Please welcome Ann Coulter. Hello, Ann.
Mike Huckabee.
Good to have you here.
Good to be here.
Please. Thank you for coming today.
Well, I especially want to thank you for having me, because as you know, you're a little too left-wing for me.
Well, I know you've thought that. Now, you know, one of the things in the book, and I want to talk about that in a moment, but one of the things that you talk about is how Sarah Palin was treated.
Yes.
And she truly has been savage, and we've seen some response of her this week. Was she unfairly treated?
Well, she was certainly not treated the way even Obama, the guy at the top of their ticket, was. I mean, it would be one thing if we have this aggressive watchdog media going after all the candidates.
Yeah.
I mean, for one example, they went after Sarah Palin's family members, mostly with untrue stories. You know, the bitter divorcee sister. She and Sarah Palin herself, allegedly her first pregnancy wasn't hers. They accused her son of being a juvenile delinquent, vandalizing school buses. Totally untrue. That's, you know, the honorable one on his way to Iraq.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, her counterpart on the Democratic ticket, Joe Biden, his immediate family members, a son and a brother, were both being sued for fraud by a former business partner for defrauding them of millions, or him of millions of dollars. That was never reported in the New York Times. I have it in the book, I think it was page A18 of the Washington Post, one time. And meanwhile, you know, reporters are being parachuted into Alaska, but nobody can drop by Chicago?
Well, you know, as a person who's run for office, I'm a little sensitive to, you know, when people are rough. Let me show you some clips here. I want to have you take a look at these.
I don't know. He's a stupid Christian. He's easily led. He makes these broad pronouncements.
Why do you say stupid?
Well, I write about it in my column this week, in which I attack him. I mean, I have been pointing out that, you know, he's a big government conservative. He wants to raise taxes. Huckabee is the Republican Jimmy Carter. I don't think he's very bright. That's why they like him. He's their vision of an evangelical. They'd like him better if he still weighed 600 pounds. That would be perfect.
Gee, Ann, that was you. Now, you have called me the Republican Jimmy Carter.
That was really tough.
That was scary. But some of the things, so look, I don't mind you saying things, but here's what I want to challenge today.
Yes.
When you said things that weren't true, for example, that I supported a federal smoking ban in people's homes.
You said it on TV.
Not in people's homes, in workplaces, because of the secondhand smoke issue. Now,
I don't think that was clarified. I think it was.
I'm clarifying it now. It is clarified. You could have called me and asked me, and in fact,
May I have your phone number?
I will give it to you. Let me ask you about some quotes here.
You are too liberal for me.
No, I'm not. I'm going to give you a copy of my book, and you're going to read it because
my favorite.
You said
host
this.
at the
You
moment.
even said, I won't be after today. No, seriously, I think when you said that I support raising taxes, not only do I not support raising taxes, I want to see us completely get rid of our tax system and implement the fair tax, which is the most conservative approach.
No, you're right.
And that would be where I want to go. That's not raising taxes.
The problem with the fair tax is that it's so conservative, it will never be implemented. You could not raise enough money.
I think if the American people, when they understand it, one of my goals is to help enlighten the American people about the fair tax and get many other people to help us do it. I think it will make a difference.
No, it would be fantastic. It would raise such a tiny, tiny fraction of what they're stealing from us now.
Yeah.
You probably couldn't even get.
Well, everybody would become a taxpayer, and you wouldn't have a handful of people paying an increasing amount for the increasing number of people who will never pay anything and therefore will want more and more benefits out of the government, which is a disaster.
But Mike Huckabee, you do have some splaining to do.
Well,
Frank
let me wait a minute.
loved you.
Well, I can't help that. But you said I was stupid. You said I was stupid. Now, do you think I'm stupid?
No.
Look at me in the face, Ann. Tell me, am I a stupid person?
No, you are not. You are the wittiest and quickest, and that much was clear in the debate. But Frank Rich certainly liked you, and that requires a lot of explaining. Frank Rich is
the most liberal, way out there, New York Times guy.
Hysteric, former drama critic, covered extensively.
But let me mention a couple of. You said that I'm against school choice. I am not. You said that I was bad on immigration, and yet it was Jim Gilchrist of the Minutemen who endorsed me and traveled with me.
You did say that you think illegal immigration is our chance to make up for slavery.
Not illegal immigration. No, I did not say that. What I said was that the manner in which we treat people is a way in which we can show our civility and a compassion that we did not show.
And I think you wanted in-state tuition for illegals.
No, here's what I wanted. I wanted for kids in my state.
Are you running again? Because you're clarifying a lot of points.
Well, I want to clarify because here's the deal. If I ever do run again,
you'll run as more of a conservative.
No, I'll run as I am, which is a conservative. That's what I've always been. But I want to make sure that the next time you write about me, we get all this stuff straight.
Yes. Well, a little more conservative, and you would have had my vote.
Well, okay. I'm going to give you a copy. I'm going to ask you to read my book, and if you find anything in there that isn't conservative, I'm pro-life. I'm very pro-Second Amendment.
I know
I am not, as you characterized me in one article, pro-gay, pro-sodomy. That is so not me.
Yes, there was a Supreme Court decision you said you agreed or disagreed with. Yes, I got you on that, Mike Huckabee.
Nope, you didn't. I am definitely not pro-sodomy. I promise. Scout's honor. There are many things that I may be, but that is not one of them.
Part of what I describe in the book is how the media so viciously goes after conservatives that you will always have, well, particularly John
And in this case, you were the media, and you went after
exactly
me.
Right. That's the point I'm driving
to. So go after the liberals, Ann. That's your target. I'm not one of them.
Bad on. You were pro-John McCain. They can't explain that one away. But the point is, it ends up pushing Republicans, and you see it time and time again, as in the Kiss and Tell books. You always have Republicans writing books attacking their presidents.
And I want to talk specifically, because I thought one of your best chapters, chapter 4,
Thank you, but I am the enforcer on the other side. I keep Republicans staying on the straight and narrow.
You didn't have to keep me. I was already there. I was already there.
You will be next time.
You bet I will. All right. One other thing, and this is my get-even moment with you, Ann. I've been waiting for this for a long stinking time. One of the first candidates that you supported was Duncan Hunter.
Yes.
A great guy.
Yes, I know he came out for you.
Yes, he did. Why? Was he stupid too? Come on. I mean, Duncan Hunter, you know him to be a man of incredible integrity, honor, and conviction.
I was right about the sodomy decision.
You were not.
Illegal immigration.
You were not.
You may have misstated it, but you were being pushed into it by the liberal media.
I was not.
I come back.
I tell you what, Ann. Ann, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you a copy
in the column.
of my book. But let me say this in all fairness. You have a great book.
I do.
This is a terrific book.
Thank you.
The next time you write one, you need to get all this stuff cleared up about me. But coming up, I want to talk to Ann about the bashing that really has happened to her this week. But also, I want to talk about some of the specific things in this book, some of which will truly enlighten you about what's taking place in our culture. And we'll get off of me and on to the book. I promise. I promise right after we come back. And also Jerry Springer.
I'm not a crook.